Hey, I'm Jonathan Ressler, and this is my story. It's not a message, it's not positioning, it's what actually happened and why it worked. In April of 2023, I weighed over 400 pounds. I was 4'11 to be exact. I wasn't confused about it. I wasn't in denial. I knew exactly how bad things were. I was on 8 medications meant just to keep me functioning, not even to make me healthy. I couldn't walk 100 feet without stopping. I spent 21 days in the hospital with sepsis twice. Sepsis is not a wake-up call. It's your body failing after years of abuse. None of that surprised me. I knew my weight. I knew my blood work. I knew the risks. I knew the direction I was headed in. And every day I kept choosing comfort anyway. That's the part people skip past because it destroys the fantasy. Before anyone frames this as a breakthrough moment, understand this. I tried everything, over 100 diets, every system, every rule set, every promise. They all ask for the same thing. Make massive changes immediately. Live differently forever. Be disciplined from now on. At first, those challenges felt reasonable, even exciting. New food rules, new routines, new identity. Then real life showed up. Work stress, travel, family pressure, fatigue, and the plan collapsed. Every one of them. Not because the plan was broken, because it required me to live like someone I wasn't, and I had no system to become that person. That's what diets do. They ask for huge changes that look fine in the beginning and never stick. They rely on enthusiasm to fear, both of which fade every time. I didn't fail diets because I lacked willpower. I failed because I kept returning to the same small choices that created the problem in the first place. Eating when I wasn't hungry, eating for relief, eating for distraction, eating because it was easier than dealing with what I felt. Those choices didn't look dangerous in isolation. One meal, one night, one exception, one tomorrow. But they stacked up, quietly, relentlessly, and honestly predictably. That stacking is what almost killed me. The hospital didn't fix that. Fear didn't fix that, and consequences didn't fix it. I left the hospital and went right back to the same behaviors because nothing underneath had changed. That's when I finally understood something that changed everything. Outcomes don't change because of information. They don't change because of motivation. They don't change because of consequences. They change because of choice, repeated. So I stopped dieting, not as an act of rebellion, as an act of honesty. I stopped trying to overhaul my life. I stopped chasing perfect execution. I stopped believing one decision would save me. Instead, I focused on the smallest unit of change that actually mattered. The next choice. The choices I changed were small. I mean, they were so small they felt meaningless. Eating a little less, pausing before I ate something, choosing not to eat for entertainment, choosing not to use food as relief. I didn't have any food bans, no moral labels, no clean eating fantasy. Just different choices made often enough to matter. Individually, they looked inconsequential. Stacked up, they became my identity. At some point, the effort shifted. I wasn't no longer forcing the behavior. I was reinforcing who I was becoming. Someone who didn't negotiate every decision, someone who didn't need rules to act in my own best interest. That's when the weight started coming off faster than it ever had on any diet. More important, it stayed off because my life didn't need to change to maintain it. That's what diets never solve. They give you rules to follow temporarily. They never help you become the person that those rules require long term. I didn't lose 140 pounds by making one big heroic choice. I lost it by making thousands of small ones and letting them compound. My weight wasn't the goal. My health wasn't the mystery. They were receipts, proof of the choices I was making. Once that clicked, the same pattern showed up everywhere else. Money, boundaries, relationships, standards, same mechanism, same cause. Your life looks the way it does because of the choices you repeat, not the ones you talk about, not the ones you plan, the ones you actually make. I didn't become a different person overnight. I became a more honest one. So that's my story. No rescue, no miracle, no moment where it got easy. Just choice. Practice daily, long enough to change who I became. I stopped dieting and started choosing.